Peace. What's good, guys? How's it going? I hope you guys are doing well. Let's talk about and discuss Impact Wrestling for February the 2nd, 2023. This show was okay at best. Nothing really happened. All too much to sink our teeth into. Nothing really to talk about. Nothing major happened on the show. So let's go ahead and get started. We kicked the show off with the Bullet Club featuring Ace Austin and Chris Bay versus Kushida and Kevin Knight in a really good, solid match. In the end, the Bullet Club got the win, even though I wish they wouldn't have, because Chris Bay does not know who Bret Hart is. Chris Bay deserves to be jobbed out for 3 months, at least 3 months. I know I said 3 years on my last Impact review, but I'm taking that back. I'm just saying 3 months. Like, come on. But the match was solid, though. I don't know what they're going to do with Bullet Club anyway. I really don't. So, the design, they tell Callihan about his shortcomings and said that they're not going to tolerate failure, but tonight they need him to be by their side and get a win, and it's going to be his 4th test, and he cannot fail. So I'm like, okay, this is some really good shit going on, so I'm digging it. So we got a vignette, and we're going to see the debut of Steph DeLander next week. So that's pretty cool. I have no idea who she is. I really don't. I have no fucking idea at all. I need to check her out. Hopefully she's good. Or she'll be good. Next we have Giselle Shaw versus Savannah Evans. So Savannah Evans, she has a promo. And she says they gave Giselle a chance, but now Tasha Steelz is gone. So Giselle Shaw wins via a knee, and basically there was a ref distraction by Jade DeVale, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So Giselle Shaw won. I'm like, oh my god. Post-match, she gets on the mic. She says, she brings up how she refers to herself as the Black Widow of Impact because she destroys every tag team she touches. She accepts that she's now the Black Widow. And Giselle takes credit for Tasha Steelz leaving and dipping out. The influence and Chelsea Green all being gone because of her. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, please don't push Giselle Shaw. Please, Impact. Don't be this damn stupid. Do not push this individual. Don't. My boy, Kenny King, he's backstage. So he's talking to a couple talent about Rich Swann. He takes their popcorn and says they better not talk about anyone else when he walks by. So Kenny King walks up, he bumps into Johnny Swinger, and Ziggy dies. King blows him off, and then basically Ziggy dies, starts eating Kenny King's popcorn, and he basically wanted Kenny King to take on Johnny Swinger. I'm like, oh, okay. So Santino Marella, he books Kenny King versus Johnny Swinger for later. So Steve Maclin, he appears, walks up and complains about not being the number one contender, but Rich Swann is. So Santino says there's going to be 4 singles matches that will be held to determine who will compete in a 4-way contenders match and no surrender. And then Dirty Dango, he comes into play and says that he's confirmed to be in one of the qualifiers. And big shout out to Dirty Dango, aka Fandango. He signed with Impact, so that's great. I'm glad that he's with Impact. Makes a lot of sense. That's good. Crazy Steve, he was up next. He defeated Sheldon Jean via the DDT. Post-match, Trey Miguel attempted to attack both Black Taurus and Crazy Steve using a bottle of his spray paint, but Crazy Steve bites the hand of Trey Miguel and steals the bottle, and Steve sprays green paint on himself like he did last week, and Miguel, he dips the fuck out, which, why wouldn't you? It's Crazy Steve, and he's fucking crazy. So Gia Miller, she's back stage. She's interviewing Jordan Grace. So Jordan Grace says people can go back and make judgment about whether Mickie tapped her out of Hard to Kill. Grace said she has a contracted rematch, but in the meantime, Grace is going to challenge Step Delander next week. So I'm like, okay, I guess. I mean, it sucks that Step's gonna take her first loss, but I guess you win some, you lose some. But I mean, what are they gonna do with Jordan Grace? Hopefully she turns heel. She really needs it. That's what I would do. So Santino Marella, he's backstage. He runs into Raven. So Santino's asking him for advice. Raven says if he wants to make Raven says that if Santino wants to make money, he'll make Raven the world champion. And one of the guys walks up and says, I forgot what he said, but there was that. So I'm digging that. I think that was just Raven just trolling. So Bully Ray, he's out next. Bully says he's starting to get the feeling no one likes him, including Impact management, the wrestlers, and the fans. Bully says the new guy in charge clearly doesn't like him because he wasn't involved to take part in last week's Golden Six Shooter. Bully says, remember what happened to the last guy that was in charge. So Bully claims that Tommy Dreamer was the one who was lying to fans all these years. Bully calls Dreamer the biggest phony in the business has ever seen. Mickie James, she comes out next. She says she wants to return the favor by interrupting Bully. She says that all he does is bicker no matter where he goes. Mickie says Bully is the politicking snake, not Dreamer. Mickie tells him to get the hell out of Impact. Bully tells her to wipe the smirk off her face because he'll smack her. Bully says he'll slam her again, that he's done worse to better women in the business. Bully calls her a tramp. So Mickie, she's not taking that. She slaps him and takes off her title at the same time. So Bully picks up Mickie, slams her into the mat, grabs her hair, prepares to slam her again. So the good hands, that being Jason Hodge and John Schuyler, they come into play. They grab a table. So Dreamer makes the save. Dreamer gets on the mic and says, this is getting settled sooner or later. Dreamer challenges the good hands to take on him and Mickie right now. Santino comes out and says that's going to happen next week. And Bully Ray's going to be banned for ringside. I'm like, why are we doing some intergender shit? I hate it. Killer Kelly, she's backstage. So she says it seems like Taylor Wilde's obsessed with her. And that's all she was able to get out because Taylor Wilde appears out of nowhere. And she said that her card said that they would be side by side in the ring together, not across from each other. Out of nowhere, the Death Dollz, they transport in. So Rosemary just makes the tag team challenge for next week. And they all start laughing maniacally. And I'm like, what in the actual fuck is going on? This doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't. It's all bizarre. Next, Johnny Swinger versus Kenny King. Kenny King wins via the royal flush. Kenny King gets on the mic post-match and says he's the first reason the first reason he came out was to beat up the old man, that being Johnny Swinger. The second reason was to put the champions of Impact on notice. While he came up short in the pit fight match last week, he's got a target set on everyone else's backs. So that's pretty cool. They're starting to use Kenny King in the right way. Hopefully he gets a push because he needs one. So backstage, Bully Ray, he confronts Masha Slamovich. Bully says it's good to meet her. Says that if he was Mickie, she wouldn't be sleeping at night because of Masha. Bully continues to hype up Masha as he wants to beat Mickie James in the surrender. And then out of nowhere, Masha just talks in Russian. I'm like, what the fuck? And what pissed me off about this segment was there was no subtitles. None whatsoever. And I'm like, once again, what the hell is Impact doing? What are they doing? Come on, do better. So Bully, he ends up saying, oh, Masha, and then he's propped up against the wall. Matt Cardona, well, enough about that segment, but hopefully they can rebuild Slamovich, hopefully, but I doubt it. So Matt Cardona is talking to a bunch of guys backstage to reveal his Joe Henry diss track, so they all dip out. And then Hendry's going to defend the Digital Media Championship against Cardona next week. And then a couple of officials and stuff made fun of Cardona, which is always cool. Cardona is a fucking clown. Then the main event, 8-man tag, the Design and Callihan versus Josh Alexander, Rich One, Frankie Kazarian and Yuya Uemura. Callihan wins via the pile driver on Yuya Uemura for the 3 count. And he passed the test, and the Design and him celebrate. So I'm digging that story. It seems pretty interesting so far. I still think that they're going to end up turning Sami babyface in due time. He's probably going to pull a Randy Orton and just be infiltrating the Design. I would hope. But all in all, the show was okay. It could have been a lot better. But it is what it is. So on that note, thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe to my videos. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.